Hey, hey, I think we're live. Okay, if anybody can see or hear me. Let's see. All right, so we're live. We're live. Got the chat here. I'm going to show the chat. And I just want to see if I can get this going. I think we're set up. Trying to get a hold of and pop out the chat. Let's see. Okay, so I think we're looking good. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can get the chat going here, and maybe somebody can chime in and let me know if you're hearing things and if you can see me. I've got the chat window up, but I'm not seeing. Let's see. Hey, hey, hello, hello. Who's in here? I keep showing the chat, but I'm not seeing anything. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Hello. Who's out there? Okay, now I think I can pop out the chat and let's go ahead. Slide this over here. I think we got it. Okay. Hello, hello. Mode Sawari. Morao, hi. Hello, hello. Welcome. Let's see if we can get a few more folks in here. And let me know if things look weird. This is my second attempt at going live to talk natural gas ETF. So if this goes kind of wonky, let me know. If there's something that you're not seeing, let me know. But I thought we'd dive into some natural gas, maybe some UGAS, DGAS talk, and we can just chat about stuff. So if you can hear me, say yes in the chat. Hello, hello. Yes, okay, cool. All right, so you can hear me. Okay, so let's go ahead and try popping over here. And let's just take a look at here. All right, I'm going to move some of this stuff over. Hey, 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 Faraz Higazi, how are you? All right, so what I want to know now is, can you guys see /NG on my Thinkorswim platform? Are you guys able to see that? If you are, I'm going to be really happy about this. All right, let's go. Actually, Yeah. So can you see my video in the bottom right-hand corner on top of the Thinkorswim? Can you see that okay? Let me know if anybody can see me and the Thinkorswim platform. And if you can, then we're looking good. We're going to take a look at /NG to start off. Can you guys see my picture? Can you see my video picture of me in the bottom corner of the chart here? Anybody? You can. Faraz Higazi, you can see my picture in the bottom and the chart? And the chat? Maybe? Okay, great. Let's get going then. Cool. All right, so we're looking at /NG. It is February 5th, 2019. I'm so glad everybody is here. What I thought I'd do is just kind of take a look at sort of what's been going on with natural gas. So if I pop over to the 4-hour, 100, well actually let's just start with the daily chart. Let's come over here and we're just going to take a peek real quick. And I'm going to turn off one of my studies here. And let's turn off this one. All right, let's turn those off. So, as we can see on the daily chart, we have had a downward trend for a while with what looked like possibly a reversal breaking up above the 180-day moving average. And then we didn't get the bounce. We got the breakdown with a pullback into the underside of the 180-day. So that's sort of telling me that that's now maybe acting as overhead resistance. Then we gap down, which is a bearish sign, and now we're kind of rolling. So where we are right now is natural gas is downtrending, but we got a little baby pullback you can see here today. So if I hop over to the 180-day chart, I'm just going to take a look here. I didn't trade today. I had some other stuff going on, so I actually haven't been able to dive into the charts yet and look at what's going on. But nice clear downtrend right here, and you can see our gap back here. So then we're just kind of rolling along. You can see this 15 EMA, and then today we actually kind of, last 4 hours, kind of pushed up and over here. So let's go to the 15-minute chart and see what's going on. And then I'm going to flip over real quick to the 2-minute chart and just kind of see what's been going on this afternoon. Okay, so starting off this morning, it looks like we had a market open with a little bit of uptrending, higher highs, higher lows. You can see those moving up, and then a big strong rejection here with a trailing off, and it looks like trailed off for over to lunchtime and then back up. Okay, so today must have been kind of a UGAZ DGAZ day. What did you guys, I see some of you say you sold UGAZ today, but you're sure it's bouncing and will go up. That was Faraz Higazi says that. Why do I choose to trade natural gas every day? Big trader, what I like about natural gas is that I can get up in the morning at, I can get up at 2 a.m. and I can watch /NG and I can see what's going on. I can be up at 5 a.m. and watching it and getting an idea for the trend when the U.S. markets aren't even open. So I kind of have an idea. It kind of gives me a way to plan out what the pattern might be. I kind of get a feel for things. And then when the market opens, I can flip over to UGAZ or DGAZ and I can say, okay, got a better feel for what's going on because I've been watching natural gas while UGAS was still asleep and not open for the day. Wow, so we got a lot of action this morning. That's really interesting. So it looks like right after the market opened, it started to pop up. We got a nice bounce off the middle VWAP here with a push all the way up to where it's overextended here on the RSI. That's super interesting. And then it sold off, so all the way back down, which would have been a DGAS play if you were feeling like we were moving sideways, which it kind of looks like we are moving a little bit sideways here with a low down here, but then it sold off and came back up. So it does kind of seem like today didn't have necessarily a really good trend in one direction or the other for natural gas and UGAS, DGAS. Kind of looked like an up, down, up kind of day. But that is technically a lower low, so I guess overall UGAS maybe was down. Let's take a peek at DGAS and just see. So I was kind of looking at this just a minute ago and taking a peek at the range. You kind of set a high here and then a low. Back to a high, sort of overextended, came back in and then came back down low, and you can see now we're back here at this support level. I'm actually curious to see where we end up because now we're back down, bouncing off support. So it makes me wonder if, taking DGAS long, that's interesting. In the pre-market tomorrow, I'll have to see where that is. So let me see. How are we? What questions do you guys have for me? Let's take a look at what maybe, for tomorrow, we got that bounce low. We kind of had this support level down here, which is kind of interesting, right down in this area. Then sort of a skip off and we're moving up. This is the daily chart. But I'm just curious to know, let's see. Yeah, we're still downtrending, so that's DGAS. Yeah, I'm wondering if, if we bottomed out here and we get a couple green days, it makes me wonder if in the short term, the very short term, if we're going to come back to this 15 EMA like we did here and like we did, in this area and this area. We got a little overextension here, which got us excited. Came back under, got another touch on the 15, and then maybe we'll get another touch on the 15. Natural gas to me right now looks a little bit bearish just because we are under the 180 EMA, our simple moving average. So that's kind of the big difference between this move and something that happens down here is we're now below that 180-day simple moving average, whereas here we weren't sure what was going to happen because we broke up above for a quick second. So yeah, we'll have to see how that looks for tomorrow. Let's see, let's look at some questions. Why take DGAS long? Well, because DGAS is the inverse ETF, and if natural gas pushes up, you might want to wait for natural gas to sort of interact with this EMA line and get your confirmation to see it roll to the downside. If it rolls over and goes south, then DGAS might be your play. But from here leading up into it, meaning this 15 EMA, UGAS might be your play maybe tomorrow if it's to push up into that EMA again, like it did here. And again, this is, trade what you see value in or what you think is great. I'm just kind of just giving my thoughts. It just looks like history being here. It pushes into that EMA. It's here. It's here. It likes to interact with that line a little bit. So right now we're off the line a little. So we've had a nice slow down-ish doji candle. with a slightly more bullish candle here today. So if we were to push back up into the EMA, that would be maybe a little more movement to the upside, like maybe in the 2.78 area. And then maybe we'd roll over and go further south. So just some thoughts. Let's see. How long have I been trading? I have actually been day trading since, well, I've been trading since high school, but specifically day trading just since last April of 2018. So I'm getting ready to come up on a year here pretty soon. Natural gas is finding the floor, then we're supposed to long you guys. You know, if it is finding a floor, Faraz Hagazi, what you want to make sure though is that if it starts moving in your direction, the question was if natural gas is finding a floor, then we should long you guys. You just want to make sure you get confirmation. So if you see something that's the floor and you start to move in UGA's direction, you kind of want to wait for that pullback to retest that floor and then go higher. It's just a good way to minimize your risk and to confirm that you have a solid support level. Confirming reversals, I think what you want to do, what I typically do is I wait for confirmation. So especially on larger time frames. So if you start watching the daily chart, I think that's why, for example, here, so Faraz Hagazi, when you asked how do you confirm the reversal, for example here, when it pushed up above this simple moving average, and we kind of got excited because it was also above the 15 EMA, if this would have pulled back and touched, like here, if this bearish candle would have been bullish and we just move up the next couple days, that touch and go would have been your confirmation. That's how you would have known that we were moving in the other direction. Do I trade cannabis stocks? Edgar Silva, welcome to the chat. I don't typically trade cannabis stocks. A lot of those, or some of those that I've been exposed to, have been smaller cap stocks, and I don't typically trade those. I usually trade ETFs, whether it's gold, NASDAQ, or natural gas. And then I also like to trade large cap stocks, so like your Twitters, your Facebooks, your Alcoas, NVIDIA, Teslas, those types of things. I trade some of those as well. So yeah, for me personally, tomorrow I think I'm going to be looking for pre-market action. I'm feeling a little bullish about this last little bit to get to the EMA, and then there, I don't know. If we get a bearish day, we start to get a downtrend, and we break this low, then, you know, I'm going to be feeling that DGAS might be our play. But for tomorrow, if the pre-market's trending up, you know, we've got a little bit of room to move back to this 15 EMA, sort of like we did here. So we're kind of in this position again, right here. Just not as bullish candles, not like this big guy. So if we do get a push up and touch, might be a good place to take profit if you have it, and then wait for your confirmation. Are we going to go lower or are we going to break higher? That's the thing you always want to wait for, is if we break higher, wait for your confirmation, don't jump in right away, and then once you get a confirmed support level, like up here, if this would have bounced and gone, then you'd have had a confirmed support level. But because this broke right back down through, this is not valid support. But now that it came back up and tested it and got rejected, it is valid resistance. So here's a resistance point. So as we trickle down the line, if we come up and touch again and get rejected, another valid resistance point, which is saying we're going lower, which in case we'd want to be looking at the inverse ETF for natural gas, which is ticker symbol DGAS. So let's go over here. I'm just trying stuff out here. I'm going to go full screen for a second. So I appreciate you guys stopping in. I'm trying this out, trying to go live. I like the idea of going live. I like to be able to just interact in the chat and talk with everyone and see what you're trading, how things are going, and then just on the fly be able to answer questions and then post the video on my channel so that anybody can kind of see this and watch it. So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. I'm feeling a little bullish about tomorrow morning, but it'll depend on the pre-market. So, you know, don't buy based off what I'm saying. Just watch the pre-market, If we're trending up, then UGAS might be the play. If, like I said, if we push up on the daily chart to the 15 EMA and it gets rejected, then then DGAS might start looking like it might be the way to go. Let me look through the chat here. Let me see if we can get any questions. And you guys can see me in full screen right now. I'm messing with the broadcast software trying to get this right. So if you can see only me on the screen, give me a yes. Not getting any yeses. So any other, okay, cool. Thank you, Big Trader. Any questions? I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Thank you, Edgar Silva. I appreciate that. So I'm going to flip over to the main here. Now you should just be able to see only, let's see, can you show me an example? Faris Higazi, can you show me an example of a confirmation in the chart? Yeah, of course. Let's go, let's pop over here and let's look at, you know what, let's just go to, let's go natural gas and let's just go like to the 5-minute chart. Let's take a peek here. All right, so let's go back. Okay, so here's a great example. So this is for you, Faris Higazi. So confirmation. I was going to give you a quick example of some support. So anyway, if you get, so here's an example of support. When you push down here, you get this consolidation and you get a move away, right? So this was selling off. Let's say the chart was looking like this, right? You have no idea what's going on. We're right here. Candles are trading down. You're thinking, oh no, is this going to keep going lower? I don't know that I should buy UGAS, and the candles keep coming in. And you see that you get these touches down here in this area, but you can see that they're clearly touching and gathering and consolidating right in here, not going any lower than this white box I've drawn. And then it pushes back up, right? So we pushed away from the level. So we got this V right here. So if I draw, let's get fancy here. So that V right there, that is a rejection off this level. This is a sell-off down into this box and then an immediate move in the other direction, okay? So that's one touch. So that's saying, okay, that could be a support level. Now I want my confirmation, okay? Look what it did. Went right back down to that box. And what happened? You got a rejection. So what's really nice is to get a push down with a rejection, so that makes you aware of it. That makes you say, oh, okay, this could be an area. Then you see that it came down again and got rejected. So right in here, where it came down to that box, this candle, when it broke up and started going bullish green, moving away from this white box, that would be your confirmation. Confirmation comes in many varieties. Some people think, I just need one pullback. So here's another example for you. Faris, so this pushes up. Some people are saying, okay, I want to add to my position or buy if we're going to be moving to the upside of this 15 EMA, right? So it breaks the EMA, is pushing up, and it's saying, where do I buy? Where do I buy? Well, wait for the pullback. Here's your pullback. Comes back down. You see this candle? It's a doji. That means price action. That means it's slowing. It's not as volatile. It moved back to the EMA. Now this green candle starts to break up. The minute this green candle breaks the body of this previous red candle, there's additional, that's confirmation as well. You got to push back down. So you had good buying. Then you get a pullback, which is people taking profit. And then the minute it starts in the other direction, The candle, the first green candle to break the previous candle's body is your confirmation that on this you could go long. So you could have gone long on this break and taken profits up here, here, or here. So that's another example. I hope that kind of answers your question or gives you a little bit of insight. Confirmation, typically, the variety of confirmation that's very helpful are pullbacks, specifically pullbacks on higher time frames. A pullback on a 5-minute chart is typically better confirmation than a little pullback on a 1-minute chart. It's just a larger time frame and it's more validation. Hey, Yules P, hello, new subscriber, great video content. Yes, yeah, thank you for your comment. I like to use, I think you're talking about this box for explanations. Yeah, you're welcome, Faraz. And I hope I'm not chopping up your name. Faraz Hagazi, I think I've got it. Yules, welcome. I'm so happy to have you as a subscriber. We're a young channel, but we're growing pretty quick, and we're just diving in and dissecting some things. I wasn't able to trade for anyone that just jumped into the chat. Wasn't able to trade this morning, had some other work going on, so I decided I'd go ahead and just do a recap, a live video, break some stuff down for you all, and just interact a little bit and answer some questions. We're talking about natural gas, we're talking UGAS, we're talking DGAS, and really anything else if you want. Let's see, you can say my first name, Faraz. Perfect. Why do I trade natural gas? Let's see, hello, sir. Hello, Rommel Jose Antonio Flores. What is happening? Thanks, Faraz, I appreciate that. I'm going to flip back over here, and I just want to see how we're looking. All right, so I'm going full screen again. Okay, guys, I'll probably wrap things up in the next minute or so. I just wanted to see if you had any other questions. Hey, Ryan Gunn, thank you for subscribing. We're talking UGAS and DGAS a lot. I trade a lot of natural gas, and then I trade some larger cap stocks. So you'll get a little mix of both. I do a little large cap scalping, you could call it VWAP break scalping. I'll get into that at some point. Maybe I'll do a live cast on that side project I've been working on. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I mentioned a side project I've been working on where I'm working on playing scalps on breaks of the VWAP on large cap stocks, specifically like Facebook and Nvidia. So I'll maybe do a live cast on that at some point. I appreciate that, Ronald. That's awesome. You've been learning a lot from the channel. That's great. Far as no, I don't trade any oil. I primarily natural gas, gold, and then /NQ, the NASDAQ. But I haven't been trading any oil ETFs. I look at it from time to time, but no specific reason why I don't. Yeah, so Rommel Jose, we were talking about UGAS. We were talking about natural gas /NG. Let me flip over to the chart. Possibly making a little bit of a rally on, if we back up here, let me just show this to you. So if we're on the daily chart, the thing that I was looking at here, Rama, was you see how this downtrended and then pulled back up and got sort of rejected off of this 15 EMA and also off the 180-day simple moving average, which is this green line. When it got rejected, it sold off, and now it's sort of reattempting. So I'm wondering if it's going to pull back up into the 15 EMA and then go lower. So I'm feeling a little bullish for tomorrow. I'm wondering if we're going to go higher. Not a lot, but just enough to get kind of cozied up to this line. And then we'll either break up or break down. And we'll have to look at it again tomorrow, kind of make that decision. But I hope that helps a little bit as far as explaining that. Do I find a relation between natural gas and gold in the trend? I haven't. I would have to look at that. I could get back to you on that. I'm not sure. Huh. I'll look into that as far as. Yeah, Rommel, it could. That's what I think that 2.78 on /NG before a sell-off or a break to the higher highs. So we'll just see what happens. We'll check in tomorrow. I'll be trading in the morning, so I'll post a video on what I did, and we'll kind of talk more about that. Let's see, Edgar Silva says, let's see, do you trade with a lot of money? I only swing trade due to the PDT rule. Oh, PDT, yeah, I understand that. I'm not under the PDT rule, so I'll make multiple trades during the day. That's kind of my style right now. Gosh, I appreciate all of you. Ryan Gunn, Faris Higazi, Ramo Jose, Antonio Flores. Who else is in here? Edgar Silva, big trader. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Yules P. This is wonderful. This is a great turnout, and I don't think I screwed up the software, so I think it's successful. I'll rewatch the video and make sure it looks good. But yeah, if you're new here, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Let's keep moving this channel in the right direction. I'm really enjoying breaking stocks down, sharing information, and then getting a lot of feedback from you guys. It's been really helpful. I'm learning a lot from the community. There are a couple people that I'm surprised aren't in this chat who I wanted to hear from, but they'll know who they are. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much. I can't believe we have 10 people in the chat. This is amazing. So I want to thank you all for your time. I hope everyone goes green tomorrow. Let's check back in tomorrow afternoon. I'll post a new video on what I traded in the morning. I'm going to be up early, 5 a.m., watching natural gas, watching gold, watching NASDAQ, and save up your questions, and let's check back in tomorrow, and we'll see how things go. Fars, I appreciate that. Thank you guys for joining the channel. Thank you, Rommel. Thank you, Big Trader. I appreciate you for saying it's a great channel. This has been exciting. I really enjoy this. So anyway, have a great night, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.